fast.
So welcome everybody.
Recording?
We're recording.
We're recording,
yes.
yeah.
Now we are.
Now we are. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to mute. I'm gonna have to mute everybody. And if you need to talk, just let me know.
All right.
All righty. So we just want to welcome everybody here today.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming. Your dedication shows you're committed, you're serious, and you're awesome. You know, and you know, like Cal shared, you know, his testimony was he ran out of his product, and that's when you find out how valuable it is. Oh, my door's swinging open. Hang on, I'll be right back. Hold that thought.
All right. Probably could have just asked him. Okay.
Anyways, so our theme for tonight was, you know, last week we talked a little bit about goal setting and our how important that is and our why. And tonight again, I did want to mention a bit about passion again, but more
and
so
why that's important.
And why that's important, but more so, I see a fire happening about 2 miles up on the hill there.
It's probably just burning a bush.
Okay. Anyways, the squirrel, I don't have that problem at all. Go for it.
Okay, go.
And then, but I also wanted to talk about, you know, how do you respond to negative stuff? Because it's going to happen. And so I pulled out a few awesome books. Here's one from Eric Worre, Pro. If you Go Pro. If you don't have it, you want to get it. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm also going to use resources out of our Let's Get You Started success guide book. It's awesome too. It's like the holy grail of Plexus. So I just want to start with that. And we have, you know, network marketing is the greatest industry on earth. Our goal is to create and sustain a legacy company that gets it right. And this is important. Plexus is passionate about doing it the way it could be done and should be done, but rarely is. Yeah. So we will conduct ourselves and operate in a way our ambassadors, employees, and their families will be proud of today, tomorrow, and our future.
So that's Plexus's commitment to
us. That's Plexus' commitment to us, and that's kind of like we can use that for ourselves because you know what? Yes, some network marketing companies have given the name a bad rap, right? And you know, and we'll talk about that in a minute in the book. But the reality is, I've gone to some bad restaurants too, you know. But I still go to restaurants. I just don't go to the ones that I didn't like. So it's still about understanding people, just understanding them. You know, just a quick story. When I was growing up, I grew up in southern Manitoba. So we had a major farming community. And some of my buddies, this is probably, I don't know, yeah, I think I was in junior high. So, you know, my buddies, they're farmers, they have sugar beet farms. And he's saying, man, they got Mack trucks. Who ever heard of a Mack truck before? Mack trucks are the best trucks. They're tough, durable. And I said, you're full of crap. Peterbilt's the best truck in the world. That's the best one. And we totally argued back and forth. And to be quite honest, I had no idea which truck was better, but it's just what I heard from somebody, right? And but I stuck to my guns. He stuck to his. And, you know, as I grew older and grew up, matured, I found out Mack trucks really were tough trucks. So you know, we all see things through a different lens. And you know, when we understand that, we really find that we just really want to learn to communicate and understand each other and not react, but learn to respond. So, man, I can't believe I actually remembered all that without having to read it. So I'm actually going to read a few excerpts excerpts out of pages out of this Eric Worre, because it's just fabulous stuff. And growing your passion, and the confidence. Your confidence comes from doing this exact thing, and just more you understand things, the more confident you become. It's like the Karate Kid movie. The old guy told the kid he had to go wax on, wax off the car for like days and days. He said, "Why I hate doing that? Why you make me do that? I'm gonna quit." And then when he had to go fight, he actually just waxed on, waxed off the guy, right? So took him out. So then he understood why he had to do all this mundane stuff. It's to grow that experience. And then once you got the experience, you got the confidence goes with it automatically. So it's creating just new awesome habits. So I hope you got your blankies and some coffee and tea, and I'm going to just read you a bedtime story just for a few minutes though. So the story is called Network Marketing is Better. The best way I know not only survive, but to thrive in the new economy, who thinks we're in a new economy, is network marketing. There are important products and services in the world today that need to be promoted to the people who need them. Consumers still need to be educated. Companies have choices. They can dive into the ever-fragmented world of advertising to get the word out. They can hire a large and expensive sales force to sell their products or services, or they can utilize network marketing to tell their story to the world. More and more companies will choose to use network marketing because it fits the new economy. They can provide all the corporate support and pay distributors on a purely performance basis to promote their products. Why? Because it's extremely efficient. Because in the new economy, word of mouth advertising continues to work better than any other form of promotion. That's a really key point there. I would write that down if I were you. In the new economy, word of mouth advertising continues to work better than any other form of promotion. So, it's something to be proud of what we're doing. So the company can just take the money they would have spent on advertising and promotion and pay it to their distributors to spread the word. What that means for you as an entrepreneur, you are all entrepreneurs, is that you can receive all the benefits of traditional business ownership without the typical risk. That's awesome. Anybody gone bankrupt? I have. I've gone bankrupt once, actually. Sucks. So if you got minimal risk, much better, less stress. So what that means for you as an entrepreneur is that you can receive all the benefits of the traditional business ownership without the typical risk, which I just said. And there will be no cap on your income. That's interesting, because network marketing companies want you to make as much as possible. If you're going to be paid for performance anyways, why lift the cap? And you know what? When you're working for other people, you can even be really good at what you do, and the companies will still try to cut your pay. I actually had that happen to me. I used to sell flooring in Manitoba, and I worked on a base salary with commission. Well, I was actually selling so much flooring, I actually was making more money than most of the people in that store, and they actually started doing things, changing things, and actually brought in his wife to work in my same department and slowly weeded me right out because I was making too much money. So, that's not going to happen here. They actually, network marketing encourages you to make as much as you want, because the more you sell, the more they make, right? Which makes sense. So, but this is what I want to teach you guys today. There is a catch to network marketing, and we need to understand this right away from the get-go. It says this all sounds great, and it is, but there is a catch that most people won't tell you, and here it is. You must accept a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. Now, I didn't say that. The book says that right there.
And ignorant just means they don't know
They just
what
don't
they don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not
dissing
we're not dissing anybody. But I just want to get the point across. The book really, Eric wants to get the point across so we understand what's going on. So that means for a while, not forever, but for a while, people still living in and trying to function in the old system, which I call a paradigm, will think less of you. They won't understand you. They'll think you're crazy. Well, I've never heard that one before, for being involved in network marketing. And actually, the word accept isn't even completely accurate. You need to do more than that. You need to embrace the temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. You are seeing the future. Now, this is important to hear this, because this is actually to encourage everyone. You are seeing the future before it becomes apparent to everyone else. I want you guys to remember that. It's critical, you know. You are the smart ones. You are the people taking action to live a better life. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It takes people that will pay the price and sacrifice to take action, to plow the way. Why? For others to come along later on. Yeah. Because right now they just don't see the truth. But when they do see the truth, they will follow at some point. Now, there is a few percent that just won't. Let them go. Now, there's a reason. Now, this is important. That's why I'm reading this. There is a reason why people will think less of you. And it's not just because they are stuck in the old system paradigm. Let me see if I can help you better understand this. Because if you decide to make network marketing your profession, it's important to know. Most people have either joined a network marketing company or know someone who has. This is what goes through their mind. And virtually every person who decides to get involved, I think I can do this with 5 or 6 people. My sister would be great. My friend would love this. And I know another person who could be amazed. I'll just join. In other words, they're not taking it seriously. And I'm not going to read the details, but they kind of sit back and they play like a lottery ticket and expect it just to happen for them. And nothing happens. So therefore, they think it doesn't work. It's just misunderstood, done wrong. So I'm going to skip the rest of that. That's the gist of that. And I'm going to go right to here where it says, the people like us who do embrace and understand what network marketing is, there is good money in it. Companies will pay an unlimited amount to people who can, and this is awesome. I want to read this properly. Companies will pay, like Plexus, will pay unlimited amounts to people like you and I who can help blind people see, who can educate the ignorant, and who can build a community of like-minded people. And, you know, we all love those people regardless at the end of the day, you know, even if they get us upset once in a while. But so that's a big part to understand. It's going to happen. It happens to everybody. It's not just you. It happens to everybody. And it's not even just network marketing. Anytime anybody takes a leap of faith into something new and unknown territory, there's always resistance because people are afraid of change. So never take it personally. Mm-hmm. So I want to, do you have something to interject for a minute? Or do you want me to just keep going?
Well, yeah, maybe I'll just say, like, when you're talking about, like, there's some people that just will never actually come on board and actually never agree with you, and that's okay, because actually statistically, there's 20% of people that no matter how confident you are, no matter how bold you are, no matter how well you know the products, no matter how well you know the company, no matter how caring and compassionate you are, there are 20% of the people that just will never be a part of it. And that's why it's really important, like Randy said, not to take it personally. Mm-hmm. This isn't a personal thing. I was watching a video from Emily Roberts the other day, and she said, yeah, you know what, people's opinions, we have to realize it's just their opinions. Their opinions, like for her, she said, their opinions aren't paying my bills. Their opinions aren't buying diapers for my kids. They're not buying groceries for me. They're literally their opinions. You just love people, you respect people, but just to realize you don't need to own and take on their opinions. So that's pretty important.
Yeah, and speaking of Emily, You know, she's gone through all the same things we've gone through, and she's gone through all the same blockages. She's got all the same haters, whatever. But guess what? She still went diamond, which means, yeah, don't pay attention to the people that don't want it, because that means there's thousands of people that wanted to buy from Emily, that wanted her help. So always remember that.
Yeah. Don't
let the few pull you down.
Yeah.
So there's a few rules we want to learn with this, and there are some fundamentals that that you just really want to get a good handle on. I'm just going to quickly read them. I'm not going to spend much time on this. It says, rule number 1, you must emotionally detach yourself from the outcome of when you're talking to people. And this applies to everything, actually, not just Plexus. You need to, well, unless depending what, never mind. You don't want to emotionally detach yourself when you're going on a date. So,
or you're hanging out with your
or you're hanging out with your wife.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, let's get okay. So when you're talking to people about the business or about helping them or sharing, you want to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. This is extremely important because you got to remember our initial goal is to educate always and bring understanding. It's not about just getting a new customer or signing up a new distributor, right? In other words, if you disconnect your emotion from that outcome and just focus on educating them and helping them understand what you're about, everything gets very simple and a lot easier. Now, this sounds easy, but it's actually difficult to do. All of us come into this business with the hope of recruiting some great people. It's hard to disconnect from those expectations, but you need to remember we're not hunters and we're not sharks. Our job is to educate people and help them understand what we have to offer. We are gatherers. I just threw that one in. Freebie.
Gatherers?
Yeah.
Okay.
we act as consultants. So that's pretty professional. Wear a nice tie and glasses. We act as consultants, offering suggestions on how people can live a better life. That's an amazing job description to have. If you focus on getting a customer or a new distributor, though, you will constantly be disappointed and you'll find your prospects running away from you. Dang, don't want that. So if you focus on educating and helping them understand, bring understanding, you'll have fun and your prospects will enjoy the experience. That is awesome. Now, rule number 2, got to quickly go through this. Be yourself. I think Lisa says that quite often. Be yourself. Be the best you.
Just be the best you.
Be you.
Yeah.
You're created to be you. Nobody can be like you.
Be the best you.
And you are you, and you will do awesome.
Yeah.
So be yourself. So many people become a different person when they start inviting. This makes everyone uncomfortable. So be yourself.
Yeah.
Just focus on being your best self. Don't try to be Donald Trump. Okay, rule number 3.
Does somebody want to be?
Anyways, rule number 3, bring some passion. Enthusiasm is contagious.
Yes.
So bring some passion. Remember to smile. I know when people say, why are you mad, Randy? I said, I'm not mad. Well, you look mad. I'm just not, I got to
practice smiling.
I got to practice smiling. I'm totally normal and people think I'm actually frowning, but I'm not. It's just my goatee. So anyways, I'm distracted. Squirrel. There you go. Never mind. See, I can do
passion,
this.
Passion,
you guys
smile.
can do this too. No, I'm just reaffirming. You guys can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, rule number 3. What was it? Bring some passion. Enthusiasm is what? Contagious. Like getting bit by a skunk. It's okay to get a little bit fired up. Get focused. Listen to some music, hip hop, that inspires you. Smile when you're on the phone. I assure you, your positive emotion will translate into a better result. Cool. Last rule, have a healthy, strong posture. So even when I'm sitting here, I'm trying to suck in my gut because, you know, I'm trying to have a good posture. It's tough to do. But anyways, you want to have a healthy posture, right? So this one was a big one for Eric. He said, at first, he was so insecure. I didn't think anyone would take me seriously. But as I watched the professionals, I noticed their posture. They were bold, they were confident, and they were strong. So I decided to be bold as well. I stopped apologizing all the time. Instead of saying, yes, I know I've had a lot of jobs so far in my life, but I'm hoping this one will change, be the change I've been looking for. Instead, I started saying, guess what? I'm sick and tired of the life I've led up till this point, and I've decided to take charge. I wouldn't bet against me because I'm serious. Do you feel the difference? I do. Actually, I can see Eric Ward doing that. He's a pretty positive dude. So now I just got one more thing I want to quickly read in here. And it's called Questions and Objections. I was on the wrong page. Questions and Objections. Well, I think we should take a commercial break here, eh?
Do you want me to say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the commercial break is, hang on Monday nights we're starting up because part of network marketing is literally network marketing. But it can't all be business. It's got to be fun. It's got to be adventurous, right?
It's about community.
It's about community. Yeah. So, and like-minded people. So starting Monday nights again, because we used to do this occasionally, have potlucks. So starting Monday nights, we're going to have potlucks, but because it's summer outside, we're going to do it outside at the Kin Beach Park.
In Vernon, BC.
It's open to all the Plexus peeps. We're going to do it every Monday night, 6 o'clock to whenever. You can come play. You can bring your kids. You can come talk business. Whatever you want to do, that's what you're free to do. And you can come suntan. You can go canoeing. Whatever makes you happy. And we just want to encourage community, getting people get to know each other. It helps because that in itself will encourage everyone just to do better in life. Okay? Commercial break done.
Okay, go. You did the commercial?
Yeah, but I'm not ready.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, just to kind of reinforce the power of the book that Randy has in his hand, the GoPro book. I know this is my copy. That's his copy. And as Randy said, definitely get yourself a copy. I'm going to reference Emily Roberts again. And the reason why Emily Roberts is such a great role model, and there's actually many of them, we want to learn from people who are in the position that we want to get at. They're there because they know something we don't know yet. So go on YouTube, take the initiative, go and look for resources, go on YouTube. There's tons of amazing training, whether it's on products or business. But one thing I heard from Emily Roberts the other day from one of her Zoom calls, was that she's now Diamond. She was Sapphire, which is right before Diamond. She was Sapphire for 9 months. And you know what changed that for her? That she said she had this book sitting on her desk for 9 months. The whole time she was Sapphire, she had this book. She decided she was going to pick up this book and read it. And she said for her, that just switched it. It gave her so much boldness and so much confidence. And she literally, she says, she credits this book to taking her to Diamond. She didn't just read the book. She actually applied what she learned in here. But she said there were so many light bulb moments for her in this book. And so, yeah, so those two things is get the book and be looking for resources yourself. Connect with your upline, connect with other people on the team, but don't wait for people to bring stuff to you. Get the book, read it for yourself. Go on YouTube, search things out. You got questions about products or the business or the comp plan or whatever, you know what, go on there. Just keep looking and looking. Listen to different leaders. They are where they are because they know and do stuff that we don't know, and we don't have to reinvent it. Let's do what they're doing and get where they are.
Yeah, no, we've been sharing a lot, talking a lot, so we're going to wrap this up quick because we want to keep people engaged. I don't want you falling asleep on me. You know, I can see some of you, so ready eyed, wide open. And so we're just going to get straight into blocking objections. You know, confidence comes from, just keep learning. Spend, pick your time frame. Spend 5 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour a day. Just pick a time and just do it repeatedly.
But it's to be consistent.
But it's to be consistent, and it'll just work. So don't worry about it. It just works.
Well, just like you eat every day,
Yeah.
you need to feed your faith every day.
Yeah, feed your faith, feed your mind. Believe it or not, I actually do that one. So we're just going to go straight into blocking objections. Blocking objections. Actually, I'm pulling this out of our Plexus book here.
Our success guide.
It says, during your opportunity events or when you're meeting with people, whatever, or at any time you're sharing Plexus, you may encounter objections. Wow. The smart way to handle this is to address them directly and stay in control of the conversation. Yeah, that's pretty good advice. So what is that? It says, especially in a group setting, when you get in an objection, you may feel as though you're on the defensive when you answer. Grab the reins, bring up the objection before they can and block it. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. So blocking objection simply means that you address a common objection before the other person can even bring it up. You continue to lead the conversation with confidence, and their concerns get addressed with a win-win attitude. Mm-hmm. And a win-win attitude. So here's some common questions. Can you see that? It says, is it expensive? Nobody gets that one. Will it work for me? Oh, nobody definitely gets that question. Is it safe? Oh my God, it's safe. It's natural food. How can it be safe? Is it FDA approved? There's some basic questions that, and the reality is people just ask them without actually thinking about what they're asking half the time. So let's just take an example. I'm just going to throw out some examples. Just and this is just to encourage you guys, because we all go through the same stuff. So we get, is it expensive? Will it work for me? Is it FDA approved? FDA. Is it safe? Actually, I don't get that very often. Anyways, let's talk about, is it expensive? Well, let's talk about that. I actually enjoy this one personally because I break it down to daily use of what we spend money on right away. So I talk about the other things they spend money on that are health related, and I do it with real stories that what I spend money on. So do you purchase sugar drinks, pop at the local coffee shop? How many of you have a gym membership and never go? How often do you throw out food? Your guests will quickly see that the health benefits that Plexus provides outweigh the cost, and that they already have the means. They're just spending it on other things, and that's really important to get to understand. They already have the means. They're just spending it on other things, and that's so true. I get people that, they may not have a lot of extra income coming in, but I still see them spending money going out eating at restaurants, buying pop, chips, and before you know it, you're spending 10, 20, 30 bucks a day on just frivolous stuff, and then in the month, that's $300 to $500 gone, and that's the stuff you just don't think about. So when you clarify that with people, and it says, well, what's more important, your health or your junk food craze? And what are we told to do? Educate and bring understanding. That's what Eric Worre suggests. Is it FDA approved? Well, do you know that those vitamins weren't approved by the FDA? Because the FDA doesn't have a system to approve or disapprove any type of food supplement or vitamin. So Plexus ensures that the products are efficacious and substantiated. Oh, and is it safe? Plexus products use the cleanest ingredients and are completely safe. That's in the book. Always check with your physician if you're not sure before taking any supplement, if you have medical issues or on any prescribed medication. Just use common sense. But you alleviate a lot of that by being passionate, staying confident, and just knowing what you're doing, what you got, and who you are. And just let that resonate. And I'm just going to jump over quickly. And Lisa brought this up. There's I got to take my sticky off. 20-20-60 rule. And what that is all the people you'll talk to about plexus fall into one of three groups. 20% get it, they're in. Another 20% completely reject it, for whatever reason. The remaining 60% could go either way. Leave the second 20% and focus on the other 80. Many times we fall into the trap of trying to convince those who aren't going to get on board, and we neglect those who are hungry for our message. Work with the willy-nillys, because just like Emily Roberts, I love listening to her. She's just so real and very keeps things so understandable. But what's cool is she's gone through tons of objections and the whole bit, what we go through, still gone diamond. Bottom line is, the fact is, there's still like 80% that are interested. So don't worry about the few 20. And I think we're down to 2.5 minutes, so I'm going to end it with that. And I just want to reassure you guys, if you've got something to end it with.
Are you reading more?
No, I think I'll just kind of leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll just wrap it up just saying, the boldness and the confidence, it comes from number one, you using the products and just having your own story, and then just feeding your faith, as I call it. And part of that, like using this book, the GoPro book, this will actually help you have the confidence in the business model of network marketing, because it really is a better way. And this explains why it is such a powerful way to do business.
Betcha.
And then the other thing is with the products, like just I've been starting to do this, take a product a week and just kind of get familiar with it. And it's amazing how much that actually just builds your passion and confidence, because you start actually not just knowing that the products are working, but you actually get to understand why they're working and how amazing they are.
Yeah.
And I just have some new excitement for the products. Like last week it was X Factor. This week I've been learning about ProBio. And it's just I'm getting more and more excited about the value of the products and why they're working, not just the fact that they are working, because the stories are proving that they're working.
Yeah.
But actually understanding why actually builds your confidence as well. So I just really encourage you to be getting out there, looking for stuff yourself, and your confidence and your passion will grow. Yeah,
right on, guys. Well, I want to thank you guys just so much for coming,
hanging out.
We got 60 seconds to say you guys rock.
You guys are awesome.
And I just want to leave you with a quote from the Plexus Success book of
Success Guide.
Success. So it says, you can do this. We can do this.
We can do this. If we can do this, you can do this.
So with everything you've learned here, we hope you're ready to rock your Plexus business. Your sponsor, your upline, and all of us at the home office are behind you. Totally. And an incredible future is ahead of you. Envision the success you know you will have and make it happen. I want to read that again. I want you to envision your dreams, your goals, and have those expectations always in your mind. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going to be. And it will happen. And welcome to the one thing that will change everything. Welcome to Plexus.
Awesome.
We love you guys.